guys, this is Hyperion-Blue-GT. We got some this week's for the daily race on Gran Turismo Sport. It's time to get ready for a one-make race on Sardegna Road Track C by using the Dodge Super B 1970 and going back on to Group 4 racing on Mount Panorama Motor Racing Circuit. So it's time to get ready to get wet out there on the Tokyo Expressway East Outer Loop by using the Group 3 race car category. Now let's go and get ready to go for the one make race. We'll be able to get started. So this is going to be able to do for one good muscle car race will begin. So any colors we'll be able to choose for the Dodge Super B. So looks like time to go for the yellow banana color is going to get everything will be ready. So it will be able to do for following turns for the changing of the tires. We might be able to get started. So here we go. Time to go for one good muscle car racing to begin. So before enjoying watching the video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out some more videos if you like. Feel free to enjoy anytime you want. So let's go and get ready to go for one good excellent race. So let's get started. Before we will get started for the race, so this is going to be able to take a good look at the performance settings. So the max horsepower is 335, max torque is 425.2, the weight is 3,380. And the drivetrain is the front engine rear. And luckily that this is going to be able to have a 5-speed transmission for this Super B is definitely might be able to include it. So this is going to be quite very excellent to be able to give a good quick check before we will get started. So luckily that this is going to be able to skip the practice time until we will join in session of the race. Until this is going to get everything has to be ready. So hope everybody is ready to go to try out the Super B for having a good race. We might be able to do one handling skills. So luckily that this is going to be able to take for the late 1960s stock car racing. We might be able to get ready on the track. Now looks like this is going to get everything ready to get started for a warm-up until this is going to be able to take a good look at the interior. So very uniquely styled for the Super B, so it is definitely might be a very good muscle car before the Dodge Charger steps in to be able to be ready for one good muscle car race. So luckily that this is going to be a very good style of the detail is definitely might be very good. So it is very good to be able to see on the wood texture has definitely might be seen it, but it is definitely might be shaded, so it also might be able to see on the sunlight. Now, looks like this is going to get everything has to be prepared for this one. So, taking a warm-up, we'll be able to get started for this race. So, luckily, that might be the first one to be able to take for one head start. We might be able to get started. Now, let's go for it because this is going to be a very excellent muscle car challenge for only one model. Is definitely might be able to get stabilized to be able to do for one front engine rear car is going to get very aggressive to be able to stay on the handling will might be epic. Now looks like this is going to be good to get ready. So this is going to be able to take the rolling start. We might be able to be prepared. So it's going to be able to drive fast and drive quick, and this is going to might be able to take a lot of horsepower to be able to step up. So luckily might be able to choose the yellow color, might be able to do the best type. So luckily this is going to be good to be able to have a lime green color. That this is definitely might be very good choice to be able to purchase in the update. So it will be able to get the yellow color of the Super B whenever it might be giving a little 1% chance of the daily workout. So here we go, green light is on the go, so let's go for it to be able to catch up on first place. We might be able to take the chances to be able to go in. Now it's going to be a very excellent handling race, folks, because this is going to be able to prove a word to be able to see that this is going to be able to do for one excellent trying out vehicle is going to get everything we'll be able to drive fast to get. So it will might be able to take plenty of balancing ways to be able to go there. Now, looks like this is going to be able to take a lot of concentration. We might be able to do the risk. Just going to be able to take some handling, braking turns at the right. So looks like this is going to get very roughly that this is going to need everything to push up on it. Now, looks like this is going to be able to take the wider turns, that this is going to be able to go in by the downhill and uphill section ways that this is going to be able to go in. So it's going to be able to brace itself to be able to take the last turn, because it's going to get very slow, but it also might be able to burn rubber on the tires, so it's going to get everything it has to do it. Now it's going to be able to take concentration, it's going to be able to drive fast, we might be able to drive quickly it gets. So it definitely might be able to show the difference of the 1970 Dodge muscle car models that definitely might be able to show for. But even so, that the Challenger is definitely might be the only muscle car was definitely debuted in the 1960s, and this is going to be able to see the difference in, and looks like there's a yellow flag called in by having a spin out on it, so let's just going to be able to be very careful if this is going to be able to take for one handling race. We might be able to take a little bit more time wisely, we might be able to stay on it. This is going to be a very intense, that this is going to be able to take a lot of handling skills, but luckily just going to be able to watch out by hitting the walls. That might be able to have a one optional option choice that this is going to need to take. Just going to be able to make sure that this is going to be able to take a lot of heavy turns it's going to be able to do on the last turn, so it's going to be able to be on the way. Okay, it looks like Ben Roth just got 11-second penalty. Well, hope he's probably able to do it, because it looks like I'm on the 5th place running roll is going to be able to do it. Now it's going to be able to do one good directional turns at a given amount, so it definitely might be able to get close, but it's going to get very pushing up on the throttle after a turn. It's going to get very catching up to do. We might be able to go in. Eventually, that this is going to be able to have to take inside turns, it's going to be able to go in, but luckily the engine sound is definitely might be pretty good to be able to hear it, so it's definitely might be very amazing to be able to have the Super B in GT Sports. So it definitely might be the first time for this car was definitely might be in it, because it was amazing to be able to have a one good chrome split was definitely might be able to show. So looks like I kind of say that this is definitely might be very good to be able to enjoy it for this car. So compared to the Dodge Charger in the 1970s, it definitely might be quite showing the difference of each specializing specific model that definitely might be quite very shown for. So the front on the Super B is definitely might be able to have a chrome split bumper, has definitely might be able to be shown for. Well, can't say that it is a very good car, but it is very good uniquely that this is going to be a very good muscle car, that this is going to be able to take on the challenge in the GT League on the event Stars and Stripes. So that will be quite very amazing to be able to have if the Super B is going to be able to go on the USA lottery variant. But luckily that if any GT players already did, that would be very good to be able to make this lottery. Would be very cool. Now looks like this is going to be able to go in, so 2 more laps remaining. But I kind of say that this is definitely might be very good to be on the roll. So this is going to be able to do all the way to be able to catch up on it. So staying on 5th place, we might be able to go there. It takes a little bit long time that this is going to be able to catch up on the ropes. It's going to be able to take longer, that this is going to need to take a lot of turns if we have to do it, because it takes plenty of practice that we already did, because new cars comes in for some new set of challenges. It is going to be very excited for us that we might be able to go in. So it definitely might be able to get on the edges. It's going to be able to take a little bit more time to be able to make it nice and slow to be able to go all the way. Now it's going to be able to take plenty of skilled turns. It's going to be able to stay on it. So this is definitely might be quite very good to be able to take the handling. We might be able to give a good skill set. Wow, looks like this is going to be able to take a little bit burn rubber on the rear. So it's going to be able to do this like having a stock car race. It definitely might be pretty amazing to do it. So it definitely might be able to have color design variation only. So luckily each top of the rims also includes with color as well. So this is going to be quite very surprising to see it. Now it's going to be able to do it compared to the Volkswagen Bug, but this is definitely might be able to see how any other classic vehicles that have different set of colors on the rims and the body style is definitely might be quite to be shown on the exterior is definitely might be very amazing to see it. So it is definitely might be good to see the hardtop on the roof was actually also included. So whenever you check on the library editor, it is definitely might be able to shown on the wing parts. Well, luckily that was a hard mistake in that this is definitely might be seen that coming, but just gonna make sure that this is gonna be a very hard time in this race, that this is gonna need to do it. Well, it is going to be a very hard moment that this is going to be able to take a lot of work to be able to go all the way in. Now, looks like going in to take the final stretch, and then this is going to be a one good excellent standard challenge is going to be able to go in. Well, despite for the fact of taking a little bit more time during this run, so, well, we did all we can to do a lot of enjoyable things to try it out. This Super B is definitely might be very classic to be able to enjoy it. So it's definitely might be doing well to be able to give a little bit more excellent muscle car skills. We might be able to do a lot of horsepower we can. So looks like that was a very good 5th place finish for taking a good start on the clean race. So, well, hope this is definitely might be able to make sure that this is going to need to do to keep up the balance work on the Super B is going to be able to drive default, and also that this is going to be able to do whenever we can, because it's going to take a lot of practice to be able to do the best skills that we will get. Now, looks like this is going to be quite good to be able to take a lot of good running skills to take plenty more times to do it. So I hope that we will always to be able to keep up the sportsmanship rating. We might be able to do the best, because it is going to be a very good start to be able to take a good driver will might be able to master the Super B. Is going to be quite very stronger to be able to do the classics. So this was a very good one-make race by using the Dodge Super B for this challenge of this race. So it's definitely look like that we're having a stock car racing, but it's definitely might be very good to see this front split grille. Is definitely might be very good to see this nice good 1970 muscle car will be able to do perfectly well in GT Sports. So it will might be able to make sure that we shall have to do the best clean race whenever we can, because it takes a lot of handling that we will might need to stay on track to keep it well focused. We might be able to stay on the road of the tarmac. So it's definitely may be able to make sure, because it's going to be a very challenging race that we will always to do the best we can. It will might be able to do a lot of work. We will do the best we can. Alright folks, glad that you really enjoyed this race. Thanks for watching. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and bell for notification uploads, and the links on the description down below if you want to see more. I'll be seeing you guys next time for continuing on the daily race on Gran Turismo Sport, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay cool.